Hello, welcome to 23 Days of Astrology with Marjorie Cottrell. Today we are here for day 20, and we are going to be talking about embracing the mystery. You can find my work at marjoriecottrell.com, and I'll give you a little bit more about that at the end of this super short video. Okay, so I thought today's topic would be fun, thought-provoking, and interesting to churn and ponder. So, when we think about astrology, there is definitely a certain level of embracing the mystery or accepting the mystery required in order to embark on your astrological studies, astrological practice, or even receiving readings, I would say. So when I think about mysterious things, I like to compare it to love. So I'm a writer and I've written about my husband and how much I love him. And when I turn this idea of love, I can't really show it to you. I can't fully articulate why I love him. I can tell you things I love about him. I can tell you that he's funny, that he's sweet, that he's kind, that he buys me great gifts. All these things. That he's a great father and a fun partner. Um, but that's not why I love him. And I love him because I love him. I cannot show you the love. And I'm pretty confident that I cannot fully articulate that feeling, no matter how much I've tried, or how much songwriters have tried, or filmmakers have tried. What they're touching on is like a resonant, like we are picking up on what they're capturing. But it's not really something that can be articulated with words. So love kind of reminds me a little bit of the acceptance of the mystery when we think about the ancient symbolism of astrology and how that symbolism can speak so clearly to an individual through natal chart, and also quite clearly to the collective through mundane work or observing the transits and things like that. Um, Now there are people who will try to quantify and measure and notice repeatable patterns. Um, and that's okay. They can obviously do that. I think that can be important work. And I do believe that there are patterns embedded in astrology, and that's what actually helps us to learn the patterns of the symbolism. But you cannot replace the very delicate balance that happens when you sit with somebody and because you've studied or you've had a lot of experience that symbols show up, present in many different ways. And knowing it's kind of like a pot. There's like a pot of ways that this aspect or this configuration may present itself. Um, and there's more than what's in the pot. There's more than what we know. And knowing that, like, okay, this is in alignment with something that makes sense for this kind of a configuration, that's where the training comes in, and that's where the practice comes in. um but we're always learning from our clients too, and learning through each and every reading, because everybody's life story is unique and beautiful in their own way. So I think that accepting the mystery is, um, it can be a challenge. And even for somebody who is very comfortable with mystery, I consider myself to be somebody who's very comfortable with that. It wasn't until I consciously said, okay, I'm going to accept that this is a mystery, my brain cannot make sense of what exactly is happening here, but um I can train myself to understand what has been written. I can train myself to practice, um, and practice and practice. I can have patience and listen to what other people's experience who have spent a lot of time cultivating a relationship with this mysterious craft. But there's an element of just sitting in the mystery, just kind of like how falling in love can be very mysterious. There's an acceptance that is a part of that. Trying to name it, trying to name what is mysterious, I believe is actually part of the acceptance, because it's like we go through like what is actually happening here, and we think about it and we turn it in our mind. So I think that that's like a healthy step to moving towards sitting inside of mystery. Um, and like sitting down on the chair of questions and knowing that you may not receive an answer, you may not leave with clarity, and finding comfort in being inside of a bunch of question marks. Um, Practice. There is a lot of practice that is involved with something like this. And it makes me think of yoga. So we go to the mat and we practice and we check in with ourselves and we think, oh, where does my body, where does it hurt? Where do I need space? What am I bringing with me today? What do I need to leave? We hold poses and we notice what is happening in those poses in yoga. Um, Similar to yoga, this ancient wisdom tradition of astrology invites us to practice. We're always coming to the charts with what we've learned and what we've built on, but also with an open heart and curiosity. And that is part of the daily practice. And lastly, there's a really big element of trust that is imperative when we come to study the symbolism of astrology. Early on, when I was first doing consultations, there would be like this like panic when I would like pull the chart and I have my routine and my ritual, and I would just start having this dialogue with myself like, oh, what if the chart, what if I don't have anything? What if I don't have anything to say? What if I don't like what I see? What if this? What if that? And I have since become accustomed to this pep talk that I give myself, which is really leading with trust. You don't have to worry about this, Marjorie, I tell myself. The chart will show you the way. The chart will show you what wants to be revealed. The chart, the symbols will appear in the order of importance. All of these things are not quantifiable. I can't measure them and I can't prove them to you, but through practice and experience comes acceptance. So just trusting that what needs to be revealed will be revealed has been a really important part of my practice in embracing the mystery. So I hope that you found that valuable and useful in your practice or your study. And thank you so much for being here. You can find my work at marjoriecottrell.com, or you can sign up for my newsletter. I don't send a lot of emails. I do book giveaways. You have to live in the United States, but I do them. And my services include all kinds of different readings, family readings, couples, groups. I do tutoring and mentorship for students of ancient astrology, private group events, workshops, and retreats. My third annual retreat is in a few weeks, and I have a few tickets left. I also have online workshops. You can download my astrology workshop for creatives right on my website and watch it later today if you want it to. And I look forward to sharing my next video with you, which I have entitled Smile and Stick to the Plan. And I'll let you know why when I see you there. Thanks for being here, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.